Morning Russia. I'm Alicia Q.
And I'm Alec Polk. Alicia, it's really cold lately. Hopefully I don't get sick.
Yeah, it has. What's the weather today?
It's below 15 degrees with a chance of snow.
Guess I might need a heavier jacket. Speaking of 15, did you hear about Soviet Union separating into 15 different states?
Yeah, I heard they're separating into 15 different states. Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. This might be the end of the Cold War.
Wow, everything is just going downhill for Russia. Hopefully the Soviet Union, as well as the world, it could be affected politically and economically.
This is very true. Who knows what else can happen?
Well, we have Victoria Caldwell on the scene interviewing George H. Bush, representing the U.S., talking about the fall of the Soviet Union.
Now to you, Victoria.
Hi, Alicia. We have George H. Bush here representing the U.S. I know you guys recently signed the SALT II agreement with the Soviet Union.
Yeah, that's true.
How do you feel about the fall of the Soviet Union?
Honestly, I, as a representative of the U.S., am quite happy our formidable enemy is being brought to its knees.
What does the fall of the Soviet Union mean for the U.S.?
I personally think it is a great victory for the United States. That means the end of the war is now over. The threat of war has been hovering over the United States since the end of World War II. We can finally have some time to peace.
Sounds good, sounds good. What were your first thoughts when you heard about the Soviet Union separating into 15 different states?
Well, I heard about the meeting when they first established the separation of the Soviet states September 1st. The day after, they met August 31st, but I was unsure if it was really going to happen until December 26th. When they announced to the world, I was thinking about what that meant for the U.S.
How do you think the world will be affected?
Well, I believe it will transform the entire world political situation, leading to a complete reform of political, economic, and military alliances.
Thank you for your time. Victoria Caldwell, back to you, Alicia.
Thank you, Victoria, for that report. Have a nice day now. See ya. Pretty interesting about what is happening with Soviet Union and the United States. I'm sure the people as well as myself are curious to see what will happen in the next 5 years. It's kind of hard to predict, but we will see. But good luck to them. Some breaking news. A new freeway is being built where the Berlin Wall was brought down, so be on the lookout. On that note, Michael Gorbachev recently stepped down from presidency. He practically reformed Russia and brought down the Berlin Wall. And when the communist people attacked the USSR, Gorbachev defeated them. He's probably one of the best things that has ever happened to Russia. Such a shame to see him step down. Well, we have Alex Collins on the scene discussing step down of President Gorbachev. Off to you, Alex.
Good morning, Russia. I'm Alex Collins, here in Moscow. Our president, Michael Gorbachev, has officially stepped down. He has made a series of reforms that have made the Soviet Union split into 15 different states. His most critical reform, perestroika, which refers to the reformation of the Soviet Union's government and economy, was most important to him. Gorbachev's involvement with the Soviet Union's government began when he was elected delegate to the Soviet Union Congress in 1961. In 1985, he was elected president and immediately began perestroika. Gorbachev was not concerned with the crisis that the Russian economy was in. He mainly focused on perestroika, which was succeeded. When Gorbachev announced that he was stepping down as president a few days ago, the Soviet Union was already almost non-existent. Earlier this year, the Soviet Union had begun to split up into 15 separate states called the Commonwealth of Independent States. Also, in August of this year, a coup was staged by government officials to take control of the Soviet Union. Though the coup was a failure, it had contributed to the dissolution of the Soviet Union and the end of the Cold War. Back to you, Alicia.
Thank you, Alex, for the background and new information on Michael Gorbachev and how he was involved with the fall of the Soviet Union. So in my understanding, Michael Gorbachev served as a General Secretary of Communist Party from 1985 until 1991. What a good background he has. He was the first and last president of the Soviet Union from 1988 until its dissolution in 1991. A main reason why the Soviet Union collapsed was because of economic and political issues. A factor that contributed to that was the lack of honest information, the secrecy and propaganda that is central to this culture of the war. We will see what will happen within the 15 different states within the next few years. What a shame, as you teenagers would say, to see Soviet Union go down like that. That is all for today. Until next time. Signing off, I'm Alicia Q. Goodbye, Russia.
Great.
Have a nice day.
We could have
Audio Jungle.